What is a watercraft? Well, if the Googling we've just done is anything to go by, it's sort of just a fancy way of saying ship. A watercraft is any kind of vehicle used in the water. That could be an incredible stealth ship with cloaking devices, nuclear weapons, and all the mod cons. Or it could just be a log raft. And some of the world's watercraft are truly unique. From a ship that can transport 2,000 vehicles to a future off-world ship you won't believe. Let's take a look at 10 of the most unusual watercraft in the world. MV City of St. Petersburg. The city of St. Petersburg is best described as a roll-on, roll-off, pure car carrier cargo ship. It was designed with a sleek, semi-spherical prow to reduce wind resistance, thus saving 800 tons of fuel annually. And yes, we did say the city of St. Petersburg. Despite its kooky name, it's not actually a city that floats through the water, as cool as that would be. This watercraft's whole purpose is about taking eco-friendly ships to the next level. Greta Greenberg would be proud. The MV City of St. Petersburg was made for the Nissan Motor Company and was built by the Kukyo Shipyard Corporation, where it was completed on December 22, 2010, and it can transport 2,000 automobiles at once. This ship is still in service and currently sailing under the flag of Panama. Rolls-Royce Autonomous Ship. As the name probably makes clear, this thing is an autonomous ship designed by the Rolls-Royce Company. Trust the people who make the sorts of cars a butler would drive to design a ship that nobody drives. Dubbed Falco, it was first demonstrated on December 3, 2018, and is the world's first fully autonomous ferry. We have no idea if it was named after the character from the Star Fox game, but we hope so. Falco is a car ferry and uses a combination of Rolls-Royce ship intelligence technologies to successfully navigate autonomously. During the demonstration in December, it successfully made a voyage between Prynon and Novo. It wasn't quite trusted to handle the return journey on its own, however, and fair enough. Reversing is the hardest part of driving. That was handled via remote control. Want to know what we think? Autonomous ships are just one step away from said ships developing a mind of their own and taking off into the seas. Falco is the first step toward robot pirates. You heard it from us first. TIV MPI Adventure. TIV MPI Adventure is a 14,739 GT wind turbine installation vessel that was built in 2010 by COSCO Nantong Shipyard, China. It was launched on August 27th of the same year before having its official naming ceremony on January 19, 2011 at Qidong, Jiangsu, China. She was delivered to the United Kingdom on 21st of March 2011. For anyone looking to assess this ship like she's cattle you're looking to buy, or somebody you're considering dating, the MPI Adventure is 454 feet 7 inches long with a beam of 133 feet 10 inches. And the ship is propelled by 3 Rolls-Royce US 355 FP azimuth thrusters, each delivering 6,705 horsepower, or 5,000 kilowatts. The MPI Adventure has accommodation for 112 crew with a maximum of 200 people able to be accommodated on board. Equipment installed includes a crane which has a capacity of 980 long tons at an 82 feet radius. An auxiliary crane has a capacity of lifting 160 long tons at 230 feet radius, and a third crane has a capacity of 49 long tons at 82 feet radius. The ship is fitted with 6 239 feet jacking legs. All of this makes the MPI Adventure one incredibly powerful watercraft. MV Blue Marlin. The Blue Marlin is a semi-submersible heavy lift ship designed to transport very large semi-submersible drilling rigs above the transport ship's deck. It is equipped with 38 cabins to accommodate 60 people, a workout room, sauna, and swimming facilities. The Blue Marlin and her sister ship MV Black Marlin comprise the Marlin class of heavy lift ships, and this little thing has had a heck of a life. The US Navy once hired Blue Marlin to transport far more than just a sauna. In fact, they recruited the Marlin to take the warship the USS Cole back to the United States after she was severely damaged by an Al-Qaeda attack. But that's not all. In May 2019, it was briefly hijacked by pirates. We said it's been through a lot, and chances are, it's not seen the last of the action. Ramform Hyperion. With a name that makes it sound like some kind of a goat-themed superhero, this is a beast of a vessel, which is actually a seismic ship. More on that in a minute. Built in Nagasaki, Japan in 2013, the Ramform Titan class is an oil service vessel and is equipped with GeoStreamer technology, which has 24 steerable streamer reels that are very powerful and provide subsurface images that are super clear from under the world's oceans and seas. Yes, this weird-looking watercraft is looking for oil, hidden reservoirs, and gathers data from the ocean floor. The weird thing is that the ship is almost square, at 341 feet long and 229 feet wide. The ship, with its incomparably wide rear deck, is unmistakable, and it really looks like the front half of a ship broke off from the rest and just kept going. Some have called it the world's ugliest ship, but its crew don't really care because on board is a big comfortable space for an entire 80-man crew and offers them a 2,421 square foot sports arena, a giant swimming pool, sauna, fitness room with all the equipment, 3 television lounges, and even an auditorium. It also has an awesome name: Seawise Giant. This thing has gone by more names than Gandalf, P. Diddy, Aragorn, and Prince combined. The Seawise Giant, otherwise known as Happy Giant, Yara Viking, Captain Christmas, Knock Nevis, Obama, and Mont, was a ULCC supertanker that was the longest ship ever built by Sumitomo Heavy Industries in Yokosuka, Kanagawa, Japan. The Seawise Giant was ordered in 1974 and delivered in 1979 by Sumitomo Heavy Industries Ltd. at its Obama shipyard in Yokosuka, Kanagawa, Japan. When it was launched, it was a 418,611-ton ultra-large crude carrier, and her rudder weighed 230 tons alone. She was half as long and half as wide as an American aircraft carrier, and the cargo capacity of 564,763 deadweight tons, which by that measure alone made her the largest ship on record. You might have noticed we were saying "was" many times while describing her. This is because the ship became a casualty in the Iran-Iraq War, where she was sunk by an onslaught of Exocet missiles. Suddenly, the world's largest ship became the world's largest shipwreck. RP Flip. Known more formally as Floating Instrument Platform, this thing is actually an open research platform owned by the U.S. Office of Naval Research and operated by Scripps Institution of Oceanography, and is one of the strangest ships in the world. The RR Flip is designed to study many things, including acoustic signals, water temperature, wave height and density, and for the collection of meteorological data. What makes RR Flip unique compared to the other watercraft we have mentioned thus far is that it has no means of propulsion. It must be towed to open water by another ship, kind of like a parent dragging a toddler to school, and then it is dumped at a location. But the really crazy thing about this ship is that it actually does flip, and the decks slowly become bulkheads, and the bulkhead becomes the deck. In fact, it looks like a ship that is sinking. Most of the rooms on the ship have 2 doors. One door to use when it's horizontal, and another one when the flip is vertical. Some things like tables in the gallery and sinks in the washrooms are built twice, so crews always have one in the correct position. The entire flip operation takes 28 minutes, and when it stands vertical, it rises more than 5 stories into the air. Plongeon. Plongeon is a French submarine initially launched on 16 April 1863. She was the first submarine in the world to be propelled by mechanical power. While the technology is now outdated, it's definitely a very important vessel that deserves a little spotlight. In 1859, the Conseil des Travaux called naval engineers and asked for the designs for submarines and reviewed 3. The Plongeon, French for diver, ended up being the design that made the cut for whatever reason. The submarine used a compressed air engine, propelled by stored compressed air powering a reciprocating engine. The air was contained in 23 tanks holding air at 12.5 bar, taking up about 5,403 cubic feet. This required the sub to be of unprecedented size. The engine had 80 horsepower and could propel the submarine to a maximum distance of about only 5 miles at a top speed of 5.59 miles per hour. Titan Mare Explorer. Right from the go, we need to mention that this is certainly not a ship any of us are used to seeing. However, it's really interesting, and this is the first watercraft on our list designed to be headed into outer space. The Titan Mare Explorer, otherwise known as TIME, is a proposed design for a lander for Saturn's moon Titan. You're probably asking yourselves, why do we even want to send watercraft there? Presumably it's trying to track down Thanos. He's from Titan, right? Well, not so fast. Titan is the largest moon of Saturn and the second largest natural satellite in the solar system. It is the only moon known to have a dense atmosphere. It also has several bodies of water known as the Lakes of Titan. Should design plans go ahead and the ship is built, TIME will be sent to explore these lakes, and it would be the first time we would have successfully investigated extraterrestrial seas. Should TIME launch as intended, it will embark on a 7-year cruise with 5 strict objectives. 1. Determine the chemistry of the Titan Sea. 2. Determine the depth of the Titan Sea. 3. Constrain marine processes on Titan. 4. Determine how the local meteorology over the sea varies on diurnal timescales. 5. Characterize the atmosphere above the sea. Hopefully it makes some friends because 7 years is a long time to be alone. Sea Shadow IX-529. With a name like that, you would think this watercraft belongs to a supervillain. And to be honest, it just could. IX-529 was an experimental stealth ship and remains one of the most infamous stealth ships of all time. It was so good that it might be in the room with you right now. You would never know for sure. Sea Shadow had a small water plain area twin-hull design, better known as a swath. Below the water was submerged twin hulls, each with a propeller, aft stabilizer, and inboard hydrofoil. The portion of the ship above water is connected to the hulls via the 2 angled struts. This design enabled the Sea Shadow to remain stable in incredibly turbulent waters. It could handle wave heights of up to 18 feet, or, to describe it scientifically, very rough sea. The Sea Shadow was revealed to the public in 1993 and would be housed at San Diego Naval Station for 13 years before being relocated. In 2006, the US Navy tried to sell Sea Shadow, which seems like a colossal mistake. Why give your enemies the chance to buy a stealth ship? It would be like handing a pyromancer a tub of gasoline. But the purchase came with a caveat. The buyer had to scrap it for parts. The ship was finally sold in 2012. We hope the buyer did as they were told. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'd like to know which one of these you thought was the coolest. Tell us in the comments. And if you liked the video, then be sure to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you will be the first to know when a new video arrives. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.